Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the transit Sun square opposition in conjunct one's natal Venus. Now, when you have transits that involve the Sun, it can be about our life, our actions, what we want, our focus and attention, where we want to shine. And when you have this transit of the Sun square opposition in conjunct one's natal Venus, well, it may manifest in one's life, one's actions, what you want to put your focus and attention on, may conflict with your money. It could be some kind of earning ability, what you do as far as generating income goes. It might be where you want, maybe more to relax. In some cases, if it's in Pisces, you might want to relax and meditate more, and it might conflict with what you want to do in terms of or making an income. Uh, and also, Venus is connected with our possessions and resources. It might be more difficulty in the acquisition of your possessions, things you want at this time, whether it may, in most cases, of course, that would be attributed to a monetary situation that might be declining or might not be very good at this point in time. And also too, this is about our Venus is connected with our values as well. So it might be, the life, you might be living at this point in time, might be, contradicting or might be conflicting with what you, truly value. Say, the transit Sun is in Capricorn, or it's, might be matters with your career, business, and ambitions may opposing, valuing more in terms of your home life and introversion and having more safety and security. Um, Venus is also connected with our love and our, relationships. And, the thing is, it could be a situation, at this time when you have this transit, that what you're focusing on, may be causing, might be a distraction, perhaps to your love, to your relationships. And the thing about this is it could also be, a situation, your life might be dominated by something else where you're having more of a hard time with your love and your relationships, whether it may be some kind of work you may be involved in. Maybe there's some kind of physical injury that might be factoring. Remember, the Sun is connected with the physical body. There might be a home or family member that might need some kind of attention. It can be a situation. Remember that Venus is also connected with our significant friendships. It can be relationships, but it doesn't always have to be a love or romantic one. So it can be a time where maybe the relationships, your friendships might be either dominating or monopolizing your time, or your own life that you're trying to live may conflict with what your friends want. They may be, say Venus is in your natal Venus is in Cancer. It could be very needy, clingy friends or relationships that are conflicting with the own life that you want. Um, to live. There may be difficulty in taking action in matters that are pertaining to your relationships and your significant friendships. So remember, also too, Venus is connected with the food that we indulge and that we enjoy. And it can be a situation. I mean, keep in mind the Sun is connected with the physical body, so there could be some issues with the food one is consuming may cause some, physical related problems. So just be careful about overindulging at this time. And Venus can be indulgent, if that's I'm saying that right. And another thing, say Venus is in Sagittarius or sign like Leo, it can be very extravagant eating. Venus and Sag could be reckless eating. It could be eating a lot of sports type of food and things that you might enjoy when you're watching the ball game on TV. Anatomically speaking, Venus is connected with the throat, the neck, the thyroid, the lower back, and the kidneys. And the thing about that is, um, you look at this transit. I mean, it can be a physical related issue with one or more of these things I described anatomically connected with Venus. It might be having, if you have any health related issues with it, it might be where you might have a lack of focus or attention put on those things at this time. Venus is also connected with our self-worth, our self-esteem, how we feel about ourselves. It could be that some cases it could be, a dominant male figure, it could be an authority figure, a child, or the biological father may be affecting how we feel about ourselves rather negatively and adversely. Say if the transit sun is in Virgo, it could be people that are very judgmental or critical and fault finding that might be factoring into this diminished self-worth or self-esteem. And another thing too, Venus is associated with art, and it can be a situation where you might be having difficulty trying to shine in this area in art that you may be doing, trying to create or construct or what have you, or trying to focus on this if this is a hobby that you may have. And Venus is also associated with peace. So it can be where you might be having difficulty living your life in peace at this time. And it could be where, the actions that you have to take may conflict with this if you're involved in a contentious situation with somebody. As an example, it may be more difficulty finding that peace and tranquility in your life at this time, more so than usual. You might have some issues in terms of Venus is connected with beauty, in terms of your attractiveness at this time, or at least your inside, because the sun is connected. The sun is basic character, the inside. I mean, the true person, how you feel you are at this time. Truly, maybe you're seeing some lack of beauty, at least in your perception, or it can simply be, you look at this, that it might be hard taking action in terms of creating yourself to be more attractive, to find that energy and vitality, and perhaps doing so at this time. Now, another thing is that Venus can also be connected with legal matters and lawsuits. So it might be a time where, again, going back to the focus that is associated with the sun, there may be difficulty in putting that attention, putting that focus on that at this time. And there may be a situation where you might even be involved, and it could be some, situation as well where you might have difficulty in taking action or finding the drive and motivation to pursue a legal matter, to file the lawsuit that maybe you may have procrastinated on. So anyway, well, another way this can manifest and pan out, this could be about the biological father. It could be a child that may be unwilling to negotiate and compromise. Remember, Venus is associated with negotiation and compromising. Say if this is in Scorpio, say if, for example, maybe the sun is in Scorpio, say, it can be due to being rather vengeful, or it might be matters, there might be matters connected with maybe insurance or tax related matter in some cases. I mean, it might be, if Venus is in Scorpio, it could perhaps manifest in that manner. It can be a situation too, where when you look at this as well, it can be a physical problem in some cases that may, which is the sun, may adversely affect your relationships, your monetary situation. Of course, if you have problems physically, it's going to be harder to work and make your money in a lot of cases. Now, say if it's in Gemini, if the transit sun is in Gemini, it could be issues with the arms. It could be the hands, carpal tunnel syndrome as an example, maybe lungs, even breathing related issues, or maybe mobility issues at this time that may make it harder for you to generate money. Now, and it may also present more difficulty, this transit, to find motivation, to find drive, to express yourself artistically, perhaps, and also making money at this time as well. Say if this falls in Pisces, if say Venus is in Pisces, it might be through abstract art, or it could be some issue where it might be, a challenge in some cases to get attention, whether it might be from lovers, it could be your significant friendships, it could be relationships in general, which include platonic ones. Hold on a moment, people. And another thing is that, let's say if it's an Aries as an example, it could be about leadership. It could be pioneering, maybe combative, situation. Maybe in some cases, like if you, like I was stating before, it could be a challenge to get attention from lovers and significant friendships. It might be, you're maybe by you're trying to show, maybe you feel you need to be lauded more for being more, expressing more leadership prowess or pioneering ability, or being able to combat or fight or stand up for others. And it could also be a time where it might be more of an arduous task to find peace with superiors at this time, authority figures, if you have a boss and you're in a subservient or subordinate role. Say if the transit sun is in Leo, it could be a very domineering and arrogant, you know, supervisor. It could be a situation, or even it could even be with a child, or the biological father as well. Now, there may be some physical issues that in some cases it could manifest in some physical related issues that are connected with the throat, the neck, the lower back, could be vocal cords. If it falls in, say, in Aquarius, if the transit sun is in Aquarius, maybe it's something that's very erratic and sporadic at this time. So, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.